Well, Governor Greg Abbott is making property tax reform his top priority as he runs for re-election for a record fourth term. The governor is holding campaign rallies across the state, including in Fort Worth earlier this month and Frisco last month, to talk about his proposals. And his plan would limit local government spending growth to population and inflation, or 3.5% required 2/3 approval on all local property tax increases and cap appraisal growth at 3%. But what most Texans are wondering is simply, will my total tax bill go down? Here to help us break it all down is Ryan Chismark, a Meritax Advisor partner. So first of all, just kind of explain to us, what does this new tax reform plan actually mean for the everyday Texan?
Yeah, thank you. So Governor Abbott's plan is what we call a classic cap and cut. So we've seen this in other states play out, cap assessments and cut spending. While well-intentioned, in every instance that we've seen, that framework has failed, and it's caused more affordability issues. And so we hope to advance that discussion to other avenues, like the Lieutenant Governor's plan, which was announced just last night. So kind of perfect timing to have this discussion. That opportunity is for over 65 individuals to have an exemption, but now he's going to move that to 55 and above, which is great, and then also expand the homestead exemption another $40,000. Very popular for Texans. It's more of a step in the right direction. The governor's plan was more of a, bulldoze the ranch to fix a fence post. This is a little bit more tactical from the lieutenant governor last night, so it's reassuring.
Okay, so let's talk about why Texans need to pay attention to this. Sometimes it can just feel like a bunch of noise because the fight kind of tends to go on for months or even years. Why is this something that they should pay attention to?
Eliminate property tax or cap and cut sounds good, doesn't work. And we want to have reasonable tax liability and home affordability. We also want to have a robust economy and business environment that we've had in Texas. Those don't need to be opposing forces. Lieutenant Governor's plan allows us to phase into some of that tax relief. So focus on things that are backed by math and not just sound bites. The storyline around elimination of property taxes tends to get inflammatory. Bring it back to the math and you'll usually be on the right path.
Okay, so the math is important. It's also important the timing of things. So let's talk about why this matters now and why maybe Texans should be watching for the next move in these storylines.
Well, there's going to be a lot of chatter. This is a clear objective of the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. You have a House proposal that's probably going to come out alongside the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor. So over the next year, this is the #1 issue in Texas. Let's watch it evolve. Make sure that you're well informed. I wrote a paper, it's called the Chismark paper, that outlines where I think that some of the policies have failed that are being discussed now, and maybe some solutions for the future. I'd love to see some elements of this that are focused on home affordability for younger families, those first-time home buyers that have been left out of the conversation, and a long-term dedicated funding source so we don't have to do this every 2 years. I think there's some voter fatigue on this issue. We'd like a permanent solution.
Yeah, midterms are next year, and so a lot of debate is going to be playing out over the coming months. Again, Ryan Chismark with Meritax Advisors, thank you for joining us this morning and kind of breaking it all down for us.